Hello everybody and welcome to Silverstone. We've got some Britcar action to bring you and we could not be placed any better. Look at this. Yes, it's the endurance and Praga categories, and look, we've got the Pragas right in front. Come for a walk, let's go for a walk and let's get a little bit closer. They're just lining up, getting ready to go out on track, and I think we're actually going to be able to get ourselves out on track as well. There's Ben Collins, Jay Morton, the green flag is going. They're heading out onto track now, just to do the loop round, then they'll line up on the grid, and we're going to get ourselves out there as well and see if we can grab a word with one or two of the drivers. Look at these cars, there go the Pragas. Here comes the McLaren, it's just a feast. Look at the Audi coming down as well. There's a Porsche down there, there's Ferraris, there's Jaguars, you name it. There's all sorts in this grid. It is going to be incredible. You are not going to want to miss this. There goes the Porsche, there goes the Aston Martin. Oh my word, here comes another Porsche as well. If you're into cars, this is absolutely fantasy land, isn't it? There they go, they're giving us the flash of the headlights as well. I'm going to wave at them as they go through. There they go. Here's Alex Day and William Foster there. There is that gorgeous Ferrari going through. Oh, look at these. And look at this lovely Martina livery as well. There goes the Nissan GT3 coming through. Oh, and look at that. Number 72, the Aston Martin of Chris Murphy. There goes the Team Britcar, Bobby Trundley and Aaron Morgan piloting that today. We're in for an absolute feast. So, there we go. There goes Mark Havers and Rick Kerry out onto the track. The Britcar heading round for to get themselves lined up, ready for this 2-hour endurance race. I'm going to see if I can get myself on track. Whilst we wait for that, I'm going to hand over to your commentator, Dave Goddard. I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, Ian. Yes, good afternoon, Britcar fans, and welcome to Silverstone Circuit for the 2-hour race for the Goodyear Britcar Endurance and Praga categories. Dave Goddard here taking you through the action, and we have got a huge grid of 28 cars, I make it, for this one. It's the majority of the Praga Championship cars blocked out the front of the grid. Let's take you through it then. In pole position, car number treble 1 from Tim Gray Motorsports. That will be started by Richard Wells, always a quick starter, sharing with Alex Capadia. Alongside them will be number 333, the Praga 3 Lions car. No Abby Eaton today in that car, she's busy with W Series, so Ash Dibden is taking the start in that car, sharing with Gordy Much. Second row, number 29, the CW Performance car. Richard Morris of Racing Pride takes the start in that one, sharing with Chris Wesmail. And alongside them, number 84, that's Ed Bridle going first in the VR Motorsport car. Chris Bridle will take over. Row 3, the double winner from Alton Park, number 85, the Praga Race Academy car. Jay Morton, the ex-SAS soldier, starts that car. He's got a new co-driver today, no Angus Fender, it's Ben Collins. Yes, that Ben Collins is his partner. Will take over later on. Alongside them, number 91, the Praga started by Charlie Martin. Jack Fabi will take over the Powerhouse Performance car. Another Praga on row 4, number 87. That's started by the one and only Jimmy Broadbent, sharing with Jem Hepworth. So Jimmy recently in the news driving a Formula 1 Surtees at the Buckmore Park kart track. More on him later on. Alongside them, number 7, which will be started by Miles Lacey, sharing with Mr. JWW, James Walker. The 5th row of the grid, the first of the non-Pragas, the Nissan GTR number 23, Richard Wheeler takes the start in the Fox Transport car, sharing with Danny Harrison. Alongside number 77, the McLaren of Motus 1, Dave Scaramanga is going first, sharing with Will Powell. Row 6, number 31, which is another Praga, that's the Goodman family. I believe it's Rod Goodman going first in that car. Elliot Goodman joining him for the first time this year. Alongside number 3, the Tyrannus, Ben Sharich will start that car. Team boss Johnny McGregor will take over. Row 7, we've got the first of the Ferraris. Number 16, Bonamy Grimes starts the FF Corsa run car, sharing with Johnny Molem. Number 32, the SG Racing Porsche, Mark Cunningham takes the start in that car. Row 8, we've got the Simpson Motorsport number 138. That's the Audi TCR car. That's well up, the first of the Class 4 cars. And that will be started by Hugo Cook, sharing with Sasha Kakard. Alongside him will be the number 60 EDF Motorsports car, Martin Byford. Starting that car, Ash Woodman will take over. Row 9, we've got the number 44. William Foster takes the start in that TCR Cupra. Alex Day will take over. Alongside will be number 9, the Porsche of Peter Erscheg. He drives solo, one of our only solo drivers. Cars are on the grid, so we'll give you the rest of the grid before the rolling start begins. The championship leaders are on row 10. The Porsche number 69, which is started by Dave Bennett. Marcus Fothergill will take over. Alongside them will be number 144, the RNR Performance Cars Ferrari. Chris Goddard will start that car. Charlie Hollings will take over. Row 11, number 66, that's the Motus One Hyundai TCR car. Nicole Drought driving first. She'll hand over to co-driver Danny Krivich. Number 38, the Triple M Automotive Aston Martin is ex-Mark Albert taking the start. Dale Albert will take over. Row 12 is number 99, the TCR Spec VW Golf of Paul Sheard's team. It's George Heeler going first in that car, showing with Jonathan Beeson. Alongside Team Brits in their Aston Martin. Aaron Morgan will start that car. Bobby Trundley will take over. That car had some problems in free practice, so hopefully it is out there. The Whitebridge Aston Martin, former champion Chris Murphy, he drives solo, starts 25th on the grid, alongside the AFM Racing number 63. Mark Havers starts that Seat TCR. Ricky Kerry will take over. The final row, the invitation class car, number 73, Mike Coker with the Valor Racing Aston Martin. Alongside number 88, the Jaguar F-Type, Callum Thompson takes the start. Adam Thompson will take over. That's your grid then for the Britcar Goodyear Endurance Championship, Endurance and Praga categories. And look at those beautiful Pragas locking out the front of the grid. Very impressive sight indeed. Praga's locked out the first 4 rows of the grid. It'll be Richard Wells, always a quick starter, the ex-Radical champion in pole position. It's ex-Le Mans racer Alex Capadia who will take over. The pit window opens after about 20 minutes and closes with 20 minutes to go. This is a 2-hour race, 60% maximum stint length. That means no driver may drive more than 60% of the race. They've got to balance it out between the two of them. Some of these cars might take 2 fuel stops. We'll have to wait and see. Fuel mileage could come into play here with it being a 2-hour race rather than 1 hour. The Pragas, were told by Steve Wood, who's down in the pit lane, burn 1 litre of fuel per minute. And 2 of them have smaller tanks. The number 84 car of the Bridle family and the Jack Fabi Charlie Martin car, they've got 60 litre fuel tanks. The other Pragas have got 95 litre fuel tanks, so that could make things interesting. There's the first of the Class 1 cars, the Motus One McLaren and the big Nissan GTR. So much bigger than the other cars out there. Richard Wheeler on board, Godzilla as it's known. Great to see so many of you already watching on YouTube. Lots of your comments coming in. The man you're all here to watch, no doubt, is Jimmy Broadbent. He's starting the number 87 car, the sim racer and YouTuber. There he is, the gold and white car, sharing with reigning champion Jem Hepworth. I am really looking forward to this race. There's Bonamy Grimes in the Ferrari, the red car. Had a couple of wins here in the Sports Prototype Cup recently in his LMP3 Duqueine against a field of Radicals, Junos and so on. It is Jimmy Broadbent starting the 87 car this time. Normally we see Jem Hepworth going first, but it is Jimmy this time. Giving you the starting drivers when we gave you the grid. There's the Tyrannus, the number 3 car, Ben Sharrock on board. There's Chris Goddard, 144 in his Ferrari 458. He was racing last weekend with the Ferrari Owners Club up at Croft in North Yorkshire. Didn't have a very happy weekend though, looking for better fortune here. The overall championship leaders are in Class 3. That's the Marcus Fothergill, Dave Bennett black and blue Porsche GT3. Further down the grid, leading Class 4 in the championship, Peter Erscheg with his Porsche. Class 1 is led by Will Powell and Dave Scaramanga. That's the McLaren 650S GT3. Leading Class 2, further down the order, Lucky Care and Ross Wiley's Ferrari, who haven't got any Class 2 entries here this weekend, unfortunately. And the Praga Championship is led by Chippy, Chris Wesmail and Richard Morris, car number 29. There's a double win in the Praga category for number 85 at the last meeting. Jay Morton driving with Angus Fender, the ex-British GT racer on that occasion, but he's got a new co-driver, Jay Morton, for today, and that is Ben Collins. Yes, the Stig as he used to be on Top Gear, former British touring car racer. He's raced in the ASCAR Oval Series at Rockingham, works as a driver coach as well, probably giving Jay Morton some coaching here this weekend. But it's Richard Wells on pole position, alongside the number 333 with Ash Dibden, the former Monoposto single-seater champion in car 333, the blue and white Praga there on the front row. Normally driven by Abby Eaton, she's busy in Austria with the W Series this weekend. Praga's to the fore then, with that gorgeous number 7 car of Miles Lacey. This will be a 2-hour race. Lights are out atop the Jaguar safety car, so we're about to get underway. Ready for a great race with the Goodyear Britcar Endurance and Praga Championship. 2 hours on the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. I am really looking forward to this race. Praga's at the front. Last couple of cars, the Aston and the Jaguar there at the back of the field. Pace car is into pit lane, waiting for the red lights to go out. Richard Wells and Ash Dibden lead them up towards the red lights. They go out and the race is underway. And down towards the first corner it is Richard Wells who makes the best start as expected. The big Nissan moving up the inside there as well. There's Peter Erscheg and Dave Bennett in the 2 Porsches, the championship pace setters in their classes. Dave Bennett and Marcus Fothergill's Porsche leading the championship overall. But it's Richard Wells who has the lead ahead of Ash Dibden in the Battle of the Pragas at the front of the field. Third place Richard Morris in the black and red car there, number 29, shared with Chris Wesmail. Ed Bridle in 4th place. There's Jimmy Broadbent, 87. He's back with Rod Goodman at the wheel of number 31, Praga. First time I think that Jimmy's taken the first stint in a race, so that was possibly his first ever rolling start in the Praga. He's got Mark Cunningham's Porsche behind him as they start to sort themselves out. There's the former champion, the new Aston Martin, number 72, Chris Murphy, the black car. Leaders into club for the first time, and Richard Wells, normally we see him off like a scolding cat at the start, but the other Pragas keeping up with him so far. Good start by Richard Wheeler in the big Nissan in there, normally goes well here at Silverstone, did on the international circuit in round 1. The majority of the winnings so far overall been done by John Seal and Jamie Stanley's Lamborghini, but that's not here this weekend. Also seen a win for John Dillon's Ferrari, but that's not here either. For a 3rd place there, looks like Ed Bridle having a go at Richard Morris. As they start to sort themselves out, Chris Goddard in there with one of his collection of Ferraris. On-board camera in this race with car 68, that's Aaron Morgan, the Team Brit Aston Martin. Good to see that out there after problems in practice this morning. Richard Wells will lead the first lap of this 2-hour race in the Tim Gray Motorsport number 111 Praga. These Czech-built carbon fibre machines powered by turbocharged Renault engines leads across the line for the first time. The 3 Lions Praga of Ash Dibden in 2nd. 3rd is CW Performance with Richard Morris at the wheel. There's number 91. That is Charlie Martin. She's up to 4th place. Has got ahead of the number 84 of Ed Bridle. First non-Praga is the big Nissan of number 23 in Class 1 of the Britcar Championship. So they start to sort themselves out then. Praga's to the fore in the early stages. Leading Class 1 is the Nissan. Leading Class 3 further back is SG Racing. That's the Mark and Peter Cunningham, the yellow and grey Porsche 997. And who's on top in Class 4? Because it was the Audi on pole position of Hugo Cook, but no, it's the EDF Motorsport car of Martin Byford, the ex-touring car racer. There it is, the Seat Cupra TCR, ahead of the similar machine of Will Foster. That's the battle in Class 4, the TCR touring cars. There you can see the colour coding used on our graphics. Class 1 is blue, 3 is white, 4 yellow, 4 invitation. 1 invitation class car out there is in pink and the Praga's in orange. The invitation class car that doesn't conform to any other classes towards the back. It's number 73 rather, Mike Coker with his Aston Martin. I'll pick him up as and when we can. There's Team Brits with Aaron Morgan, the disabled racer at the wheel of his Aston Martin, sharing with Bobby Trundley, the former karting star. Team Brit helping those with the physical and psychological handicaps get into motorsports. There's one of the TCR Cupras a bit slow at the back. That's a think the number 63 of Mark Havers. Look at some of the runners towards the back. There's that beautiful Martini livery Jaguar F-Type. They've been having a few engine issues with that car, the Thompson family, so far this season. There is number 73, that's the invitation class car. Mark Coker, a newcomer in his lovely Aston Martin Vantage. Here come the leaders, through to complete their second lap. Best lap so far done by 111 Richard Wells, 2:03.412. Showing the speed of these Pragas. They burn, as we said, 1 litre of fuel every minute, so fuel mileage is going to come into play among the Pragas in this race. Richard Wells, ex-Radical racer, saw this car in the hands of Alex Capadia once they handed over in the last round at Alton Park, having pitted a lap later than everyone else, rejoined 13th, and Alex Capadia came through to finish third. There's a gap back to fourth, which is the number 91 with Charlie Martin on board. He's shadowed by number 84, that's Ed Bridle. Then in the order we've got number 7, which is Miles Lacey in the Motus 1 run Praga. Leaders getting a little strung out here. The lead gap 1.2 seconds at the end of the previous lap. Leading Class 1 is still the Nissan. That's lost out to Miles Lacey. There's the number 7 car coming through. Leaders at the infield loop. And oh, we've got the number 73 Aston of Mike Coker in the pit lane already. That's a shame for our newcomer. Pushed into the garage, looks like his race could be over already. There's our Class 1 points leader, the McLaren going through there, the number 77, behind Mark Cunningham's Porsche. It's Dave Scaramanga driving the McLaren at the moment. Bon Grimes behind him in the Ferrari. And over to the great Johnny Molem later on. Behind him, Ben Sharich in the Taranis V8 engine sports car powered by a Chevrolet V8 machine. This is great stuff so far from the Goodyear Britcar Endurance Series. There's Jimmy Broadbent in the 87 battling with Rod Goodman in number 31. They're currently running 8th and 9th behind the big Godzilla Nissan. Driven by Richard Wheeler. That car's going to fly later on because Danny Harrison, the reigning Britcar Endurance Champion, will take over. Here are your leaders, into Maggots and Beckett's. Richard Wells in the white Praga. There's number 29, that is Richard Morris in the CW Performance car. There you can see the class leaders confirmed by our graphics. First in Class 1 is the 23, the Nissan, the McLaren in second. In Class 3 it's SG Racing's Porsche, second Bon Grimes in the Red River Sport Ferrari. The Bespoke Defenders Porsche, number 69, that is Marcus Fothergill runs Bespoke Defenders, Land Rover specialist. Dave Bennett driving at the moment, a professional photographer. Class 4 is led by EDF Motorsports in their Cupra. It's currently running in 15th overall. Great mix of cars have got out here. Part of the appeal of the Britcar Endurance Championship is you can use just about any car you like. If it fits the regulations. There's the Nissan with the 2 Pragas buzzing around behind it, and I think we can throw down to Ian Waterhouse in the pit lane.
He's still in the car though, so that's a very, very good sign. I wonder if I can grab a quick word with him. Sorry guys. Mike, quick word. Can I just grab a quick word? What happened, buddy? How come you came in so early?
Suspension issue, I think.
Yeah.
Steering angle suspension issue. I don't know, the guys will.
Still in the car though, still optimistic, going to get back out?
Don't know, I'll let them tell me.
That's right, yeah.
I'll wait and see.
I hope you do, Mike. Thanks for talking to us. Mike Coker, suspension issues, hence the reason why he's currently in the pits. I'll hand you back over to Dave Goddard.
Good to hear what was going on there with Mike Coker. Thanks, Ian. A suspension problem with the Aston Martin. Valor Racing currently working on that car. Here come the leaders up towards Maggots and Beckett's. There's the 4th place car, that's Ed Bridle. And up to 5th, it is the Praga of Miles Lacey, another of our YouTubers, sharing with Mr. JWW, the supercar YouTuber James Walker. There's the Nissan behind them. Now that means that number 91 of Charlie Martin has dropped back a place behind the number 7. Up to 7th is Jimmy Broadbent, so he's got ahead of Rod Goodman. That means he's going well. The Nissan is down to 9th, so these Pragas going much quicker. Whether they're lighter on fuel, I don't know, and they're all planning to make 2 stops. We don't know what the pit strategy is. Pit window hasn't opened yet. It doesn't open for another 10 minutes or so. Of course, you have to balance the driving evenly between the 2 drivers. Nobody can drive more than 60% of the race. Mark Cunningham in the Porsche there, number 32, leading Class 3, and he's ahead of the McLaren, which is a Class 1 car of Dave Scaramanga. That car will go quicker when Will Powell, Motor One's lead driver, is on board. Von Grimes behind in the Ferrari. And then we've got the number 3, the Mac G Racing Tyrannis. Car's been with Britcar in the hands of Johnny McGregor for many years. It's Ben Sharich driving at the moment. Back heads through Club Corner. Here they go. This is the battle for 11th place overall at the moment. How far behind the car ahead are they? 5.5 seconds behind the number 85 Praga, which is being driven by Jay Moore, winner at the Park, of course, in both races. It's 2 1-hour races on that occasion. This a 2-hour affair. The leader's gone across the line. Richard Wells has done a new fastest lap, 2 minutes 2.082. There he is. Lead gap is 1.9 seconds over the 3 Lions car. Quite appropriate at the moment. 3 Lions. 3 Lions on a Praga. Being driven by Ash Dibden. He'll hand over to Gordy Much, the ex-junior saloon car and Ginetta sports car star. As we said, no Abby Eaton today. She's rather busy over in Austria with the W Series. Up in 3rd place, number 29, Richard Morris, the black car with the red nose. And then in 4th, it is still number 84, Ed Bridle, with brother Chris. Shares that car with him. Coming up to lap 1 of the Aston Martins, that's number 38, which is Mark Albert in the Triple M Automotive Aston Martin. Praga's holding the first 8 places in this race. It'll be a top 9 for Praga if the 85 of Jay Morton manages to get ahead of the Nissan of number 23 Richard Wheeler. They don't need to, of course, because they're in different classes. The Praga's in their own championship within the Goodyear Britcar Endurance Series. So Cupra, driven by Martin Byford, they're currently leading Class 4 in 15th place overall. There's another of the TCR cars, that's George Heeler at the wheel of the Golf. Further down the order, that's a car bought from Scandinavia recently by Paul Sheard, long-time Mazda NX5 racer and preparer, now branching out of it. Beeson will take over that car later on. They're currently running in 23rd place, just behind Chris Murphy with his new Aston Martin. Car 63, a back marker there. Newcomer to Britcar, Mark Havers, sharing with Ricky Kerry. Not sure if that's the same Rick Kerry who used to race in British touring cars with BMW briefly. Back in the pit lane is Mike Coker with his Aston Martin. Is he going back out, I wonder? Maybe they fixed that suspension and steering issue on the Class 4 invitation car. Yes, he's going back out, Mike Coker, that's good. Well done, Valor Racing, repairing that car. There's one of the Pragas, number 31, that's Rod Goodman. First time Elliot Goodman is sharing the car with him today. I think they're father and son, those two, but I may be wrong. Leaders going through, there's our 3rd place man. Blue car is Ed Bridle in 4th, Miles Lacey 5th. In the blue and gold car, I think that has to be my favourite livery out there, isn't that beautiful? Hashtag winning instinct, it says on the rear wing. See if they can get perhaps their first podium here today. Here's a battle. The McLaren's got ahead of the Porsche. Dave Scaramanga ahead of Mark Cunningham, and the Tyrannis of Ben Sharich has taken Bon Grimes in the Ferrari. Bon, as we said, recent double winner in the Sports Prototype Cup here in his Duqueine LMP3 V8 engine ex-Le Mans car. Bon has raced at Le Mans in a Ferrari in the past. Here's a battle. Did I see windscreen wipers on there on the Audi S3 of Hugo Cook? I think I did. Don't tell me it's going to start to rain here at Silverstone. Well, I don't think there's been a Silverstone meeting in history where it hasn't rained at some point, so I wouldn't be surprised. There's car 60, that's Martin Byford, the ex-touring car racer in his Seat. Class 4 battle. 44 is Will Foster in the Cupra, shared with Alex Day, and yet it looks like the rain is coming down here at Silverstone slightly. This is going to change things if it does. Yeah, the lap speeds have dropped off. They're in the 2:5, 2:6s now, so there's rain on the circuit somewhere. Wipers are going on the Audi, so this is going to change things. Yep, the rain is coming down, definitely there at Abbey. It's really pouring down. I don't know what it is about Silverstone. It's partly because it's such a long circuit. It can rain in parts of the circuit and then not in others. But conditions can change, literally, in the blink of an eye. Its own weather system, this circuit has. So this really is going to change things. Raining properly towards the southern end of the circuit. Look at the rain on the windscreen of Martin Byford's car. That's why the lap speeds have dropped. There is the big Nissan. That's going to be a handful in these conditions. The big Nissan of Richard Wheeler. 73 Mike Coker back going again in the Aston. The pit window doesn't open for another 4 minutes, so we won't see any stops just yet. As conditions changed completely here at Silverstone. Such a great shame it waited until the Britcar race started. There's a spinner. Somebody gone off already down at club. It's the Jaguar F-Type, I think, of Callum Thompson. Yes, he's going again. So they're going to be tiptoeing around, especially this bottom end of the circuit. 85 has gone. That is Jay Morton. That's the first of the Pragas to spin. I think we're going to see a few spinners here somehow. You can see he's on slick tyres. I think we're going to see a fair bit of chaos here until the pit window opens. It's going to be everybody in at the first opportunity. There's Aaron Morgan, the wheelchair-bound racer in his Aston Martin run by Team Brit. It's a BMW racer. There's Dave Bennett in the Porsche, the championship leader, getting past the Hyundai TCR car. He's pouring down out there. I think the leader's had an off somewhere possibly as well, because the 333 car has taken the lead on that lap. We were looking at spinners elsewhere. We can see on the class standings there on the right of your screen, the Team Praga 3 Lions car has taken the lead. So it wouldn't surprise me if Richard Wells has had a moment somewhere. There's 84, that's Ed Bridle. He's just ahead of the number 7 of Miles Lacey. Here are the leaders. So Richard Wells trying to fight back. And the sun's coming out again at Stowe Corner. Typical Silverstone weather. All of it at once within about 4 laps. Here come the leaders. They're coming up to lap Team Brit there in the Aston Martin. It is number 333, Ash Dibden. On his debut in that car, he was meant to race at Alton Park, but I don't think he did in the end. He's got the lead of this. You can see the rain still coming down at Abbey Corner in bucket loads. But he's coping well here, Ash Dibden. With Gordy much today. Look at the track at the infield loop there. Absolutely sodden. I remember the same thing happening in a Britcar race I did the PA commentary on at Silverstone about 5 years ago. Before the Pragas came in, that was. I think it was the Topwith Motorsport Audi GT3 car that won on that occasion. And the sun's coming out again at the other end of the circuit. Because it's such a long circuit, that means it can rain in some areas and be completely bone dry in others. There's the 85 car, that's had a spin already. He's up with the 60 getting through there. You can see the size difference there, the Cupra TCR and Martin Byford getting through. So the order at the moment is the 333 Praga leading ahead of 111 and 29. Look at it at Copse now. I wonder if they can see where they're going. There's Chris Goddard in the Ferrari. In similar conditions to this, that car with Charlie Hollings on board led outright at Snetterton earlier this year for a time. On board with the team Brit Aston Martin. Through goes Miles Lacey's Praga. The sun coming out again at Woodcote there as they come up past the pits. And it's back into the rain again. How can Aaron Morgan see where he's going? There you can see that rainstorm through Aaron Morgan's windscreen. That's affecting just the other side of the circuit. This is bizarre. Meanwhile, the 333 car is headed into the pits of Ash Dibden. I think that was just before the pit window has opened, actually. The pit window opens now. Yeah, the pit window has just opened. I think the 333 came in a bit early. That had a spin. That's the 68. That's the car we were just riding with, Aaron Morgan. He's got the Aston going again. That's at Chapel. Curse of the onboard camera for the team Brits at Aston Martin. He's got it going again there. You can see the track's drying out again now. Now, Ash Dibden in treble 3, who was leading, has come into the pits. But I think he came in perhaps a little bit outside the window there by a few seconds. Jimmy Broadbent has come in as well in the 87, so Jem Hepworth is probably going to take over there. 29 of Richard Morris, now in second place. 4.4 seconds behind. There's the gap between the two. He is closing in on Richard Wells for the lead. That means up to third is number 7, which is Miles Lacey. Could that car be on for its first podium in this race? So 2 Pragas in the pits. The rest of the pack struggles on the damp track. There's the 85, Jay Morton, the winner at Alton Park. Ben Collins, the former Stig, will take over that car. So Jay Morton keeping going. Now the lap speed's now down in the 2.5 minute mark. Almost. There's the battle in Class 4. EDF Motorsports ahead of Simpsons Motorsport, the Audi driven by Hugo Cookby, teenager. The TCR Touring Car Championship with that car as well this year. There's the Porsche of Mark Cunningham. There's a Praga into the pits there. Or is that going back out of the pits? That's the 80, yeah, that's the 85 car coming in of Jay Morton. Chris Goddard has come in as well to hand over to Charlie Hollings, the professional driver. There's the Ferrari. We've got Pragas manoeuvring in the pits. So the 333 has gone back out, so has the 87 into their outlaps. Jem Hepworth, the former champion, now on board the 87 Praga. She shared with Danny Harrison last season, so Jimmy Broadbent has completed his stint. Assuming there has been a driver change there, I don't know. Because a lot of the Pragas, of course, you said, are probably going to have to make 2 pit stops. I imagine most of the field will make 2 pit stops because of the rain slowing things down. They'll be marginal on fuel mileage. We'll wait and see. We know the starting drivers who don't have been changed on the pit stop. So there's the battle for the lead. I think the 29 car has got through there. Yes, it has. So 29 Richard Morris, now your race leader. Black Praga with the red nose, CW Performance car. There is Rod Goodman pressing on in his Praga. The number 3 of Ben Sharich, the Johnny McGregor-owned Tyrannus. There's the leader. Oh, we've got a spin. Richard Wells has spun, the second place man. He's facing backwards. That's coming out of Farm Corner. So he's going to try and rejoin. He spun out of one of the races at Alton Park, I remember as well. Was it Alton? No, it was Snetterton, apologies. Still plenty of chaos out there. 29, so they're leading this race now. 29, Richard Morris and Chris Vesmail, Chippy as he's known. They've come through the 750 Motor Club Sports 1000 series in the past into Praga Racing. The Racing Pride backed machine holds the lead. Could they take their first win today? They are leading the Praga Championship points this year. The overall Britcar Championship led by the Porsche we just saw there, number 69. So number 29 Praga, 5 points up on Richard Wells and Alex Capadia, the car that's just spun away second place. So now second is the car of the YouTubers, Miles Lacey and James Walker. They're second overall. Could they take the lead here? Let's have a look how far behind they are. We just got a glimpse of them. There's a slowing Praga. Who is that? Has that just had a spin? Yeah, getting up to speed again. Couldn't tell which one it was, unfortunately. Ah, it's the 333 car. Now, I think that's Gordy Much that's taken over there. '73 sideways, Mike Coker as the Hyundai i30 TCR gets by, the Nicole Droughts and Danny Krivich car. It's Nicole Drought on board that car at the moment. Have we had any more stoppers? Yeah, the 85 car's been in, we know. 87, treble 3 and 144, the Ferrari have been in. Nobody else at the moment. 91 there, Charlie Martin. Looking to make it to the Le Mans 24 hours. Her story well documented on YouTube, sharing with young Jack Fabi, development driver for Praga. First seen on the circuits in a Saxo in the junior saloon cars, and now carving out a career in sports cars. That car currently running fifth. So it's the 29 that leads. It's still Praga's holding the first 6 places. The first non-Praga is the yellow Porsche now of Mark Cunningham. He leads Class 3. Class 1 is still led by the Nissan. Class 4 by EDF Motorsports in the Seat. For a TCR. The invitation class, there's just the one runner, Valor Racing's Aston Martin and Coker. He's at the back of the field. I think he's come back into the pits again. Yes, he has. There's that lovely blue Ferrari, Chris Goddard and Charlie Hollings. There's the Nissan. Still, I think, second of the non-Pragas. No, it's behind Bob Grimes now in his Ferrari. Mike Coker back in the pit lane. Not having a happy time, sadly, handling issues with the Aston Martin. Run by Valor Racing, AMR Heritage Racing. Now, here are the leaders, and look, Miles Lacey has caught Richard Morris. That's great to see. Here they come. Now, can Miles Lacey put the number 7 car into the lead for the first time ever? Started off slowly this season. They have learnt so quickly. This is brilliant stuff. We did say Elliot Goodman was going to be in the 31 car. I've just been told Rod Goodman is driving that car solo, so thanks for clearing that up. Steve Wood down in the pits. In the meantime, here comes Miles Lacey. Is he going to take the lead at Club Corner? Yes, he's done it. Miles Lacey into the lead in car number 7. That is brilliant. If we did see driver changes earlier, then it will all change back again, because they came in too early. 72 minutes, 60% of the race. There's the 87. Seeing if who's in that car now. Whether it's still Jimmy Broadbent in there, I'm not sure. Or Jen Hepworth. There's the Porsche of Dave Bennett, under fire from 99 George Heeler in the Golf. Has anybody else been into the pits at the moment? I don't think so, just a couple of early stoppers. Probably due to the rain. And there he is, number 7, your race leader in the Motor Swan Praga, Miles Lacey and James Mr. JWW Walker. Can the YouTubers take their first win today? 29 in second place, Richard Morris. Still no pit callers at the moment, just those 1 or 2 to possibly change setup for the conditions earlier on. So I'm not sure if we saw any driver changes. Steve Wood down in pit lane can possibly tell us if he gets a chance, of course. 84 is in third, that's Ed Bridle. Fourth is number 31, which is Rod Goodman. We know he's now driving solo, no Elliot Goodman in that car. Fifth is number 91, which is Charlie Martin. Sixth place, in fact Charlie's just taken fourth, I can tell you, from the 31 of Goodman. Sixth is number 111, which is Richard Wells, despite that spin at Village earlier on. Seventh place, we've got the number 32, that's the Porsche of Mark Cunningham. Still working on the steering there for the Aston Martin of Mike Coker. So we're coming up to the half-hour mark. This race has flown by despite the rain. There is 91 of Charlie Martin passing Chris Murphy in the black Aston Martin, the Whitebridge Motorsport car. Trying to close in on another of the Pragas, that's the number 333, which is almost a lap behind after earlier stop. Oh, and treble one, Richard Wells has spun again. That's at Cops. Struggling to cope with the conditions here, Richard Wells. He'll be wanting to come in soon and hand over to Alex Capadia. The maximum one driver can drive is 72 minutes, of course. So 57 minutes is the most a driver can drive, I think, the minimum time. Sorry, not 58 there. Maths was never my strong point. Probably at around that mark we will see cars start to come into the pits at around the 48-minute mark. We've completed 32 minutes of this race so far. So the big rush is going to come with around 1 hour 12 to go, by my reckoning, for the pits. There's the 99 George Healer. Where's he running in class 4? He's 6th in class, 19th overall. So the order now is number 7, Miles Lacey in the lead. 29 of Richard Morris in 2nd. 3rd is number 84 Ed Bridle. 4th is this car, number 91, driven by Charlie Martin. 5th is number 31 Rod Goodman. 333 car in between the two of them there is a lap down. So 6th now is the 32, the Porsche of Mark Cunningham. 7th is Bond Grimes in the red Ferrari. 8th, number 23, the Nissan GTR of Richard Wheeler. And number 111, driven by Richard Wells, is down to 9th after his 2nd spin of the race. Running up the top 10 is the Class 4 leader, which is Martin Byford in the EDF Motorsports car. Rod Goodman attacking the 333 with Ash Dibden or Gordy Much on board. I don't think there was a driver change earlier. One hour 27 minutes just under to go of this 2-hour race. There's 44, that's Will Foster. And you can see how quickly the track has dried out again. 77 of Dave Scaramanga in the McLaren in 11th place, passes Team Brit Aston Martin. Still damp down at this end of the circuit at Cops Corner. There's Nicole Drought in the Hyundai i30 TCR. First time we've seen Hyundai in Britcar. There's the big Nissan GTR, still leading Class 1 in 8th overall. I imagine the reason the Pragas came in was just for a splash of fuel. The Jaguar's been in as well, Callum and Adam Thompson, the New Barn Racing Jaguar F-Type. As we say, about 1 hour 12 minutes I've worked out should be the first rush for the pits. There goes the Nissan. Missed the trip to Alton Park, so looking to recoup ground in Class 1 on the McLaren of Dave Scaramanga and Will Powell. Nissan will come through Woodcote to complete the lap in 8th place, so no changes among the leading runners on that last lap. Number 7, Miles Lacey, leads by 9 seconds just over from Richard Morris. Last lap was nearly 4 seconds quicker than Richard Morris. Third is 84, which is Ed Bridle, 2.5 seconds further down the road. 4th place, number 91, which is Charlie Martin. And 5th, number 31, Rod Goodman. Mark Cunningham 6th in the Porsche. He leads Class 3, just ahead of Bon Grimes. They're only separated by 0.6 of a second, so we'll try and pick them up if we can. There they are, coming through Club. So that's the battle for the lead in Class 3. Third in Class 3, it is the Bespoke Defenders Porsche, and that's a bit further behind. There's the lead battle, the yellow Porsche, the red Ferrari, the classic sports car battle, Porsche versus Ferrari. Bon Grimes moving up on the back of Mark Cunningham. Mark and Peter Cunningham raced Porsches for many years. There's the Bespoke Defenders Porsche. I think they're running a lap down the cars ahead of them there. There's the battle through Brooklands. Bon Grimes in the Ferrari on the tail of Mark Cunningham. Experienced racers, these two. Bon Grimes has learned very quickly in his years of racing alongside sports car legend Johnny Molem. They go down the pit straights, still wet at Copse. Bon Grimes not able to make a move this time. They're 6th and 7th overall, these two, separated by less than half a second. The cars showing in white on the graphics on the left of your screen. Thanks to everybody for watching on YouTube. Got over 3,000 of you viewing, so thank you very much indeed. Behind the Praga number 333 of Ash Dibden. The cars that came in earlier probably doing 2 stops. Only one car has done 2 stops, sadly that's the Aston Martin number 73, which is still in the pits with those problems. There's Chris Goddard in his Ferrari, no relation incidentally. 24th place overall. We'll see that car move up the order when Charlie Hollings takes over. Shouldn't be too much longer now. I predict about 10 minutes before the rush for the pits begins and we get up towards halfway. But the Motor Swan Praga is running away with this. Over 12 seconds clear of CW Performance in 2nd place. We watch the battle in Class 3. Bon Grimes to the outside. Don't think he'll get through there past Mark Cunningham. There is the race leader. Stunning Praga number 7. Miles Lacey will hand over to James Walker, Mr. JWW, at the stops. Will it be gold for the number 7 today here at Silverstone? Long way to go yet. It's an hour and 20 minutes to go. Corner he goes towards Club. Lead gap now up to, get this, 18.5 seconds. He's taken away nearly 6 seconds on that last lap. Praga is absolutely flying. Fastest lap of the race still with Richard Wells. He's 9th after a couple of spins. 2 minutes 2.082. 84 is closing in for 2nd place as well, I think. Ed Bryden, VR Motorsport Praga. They're less than a second back on number 29 of Richard Morris now. An hour and 20 minutes to go. I'll tell you that Bon Grimes has just taken the lead. Yes, there he is. In Class 3 ahead of Mark Cunningham's Porsche, so he's made that move on the end of the previous lap. Coming up on the Jaguar F-Type there of Callum Thompson. Oh, the Porsche's spun. Mark Cunningham has spun there, we can just see on the left of your screen. Has spun into the club complex. Now the yellow flags will be out there, the Praga coming through there needs to be careful. Yeah, it's okay, Mark Cunningham's got going again, but he's dropped back from the lead battle in Class 3. So Bon Grimes now clear in Class 3 in his Ferrari. There goes the Ferrari. You can see the gap now after that spin for Mark Cunningham. He rejoined without losing a position on the track. He's lost a lot of time there. Praga behind him, that's the 333 car of Dibden and March. There is the Ferrari of Bon Grimes, leading Class 3. They missed the trip to Walton Park, so they need to try and recoup some ground here. Somebody running wide there at Brooklands, I think it was the Jaguar F-Type, it was. Leading Class 4 is still EDF Motorsports, they're 2.25 seconds ahead of the Simpsons Motorsport Audi in the battle of the TCR cars. They're 12th and 13th overall. Towards the main rush for the pits then, I reckon, soon. In this Goodyear Britcar Endurance Championship race here at Silverstone. The Pragas to the fore overall. There goes the second place car. CW Performance, they're 22 seconds off our race leader, Motor Swan, number 7 Praga. And there's the number 91 Praga going through on Powerhouse Performance, Charlie Martin. There's the third place car, Ed Bridle, number 84. There you can see the gap. Has the 84 got through there for second place? Yes, it has. That confused me for a second there, I apologise. I missed that. So Ed Bridle is now in second. Richard Morris seems to be struggling. They had trouble with this car in the previous round at Alton Park as well. Whether it's the tyres because of the rain earlier on or whether he's got a problem, I'm not sure. He's lost second to Ed Bridle there. The lap speeds are now getting back into the 2-minute 2s among the Pragas, the leading runners in the Praga Championship, so the circuit has dried out for them. Of Rod Goodman is on the move as well. So he got past Charlie Martin there, I think he has. All chop and change among the leading Pragas at the moment, but they're well behind the number 7 of Miles Lacey. See in the background, yes, it's the black and yellow car, Rod Goodman, who comes into view in 4th ahead of Charlie Martin. 6th overall is Bon Grimes in the Ferrari. And in 7th we've got the Porsche of Mark Cunningham. We concentrate on the Praga Championship at the moment. Have we had any more pit callers further back? I don't think we have. A few cars came in at the very start of the pit window and changed onto wets, as we saw. But it hasn't worked in their favour because Silverstone don't how quickly the weather could change and then change back again here. Chris Goddard came in with the Ferrari. The 85 Praga of Jay Morton came in, the 87 of Jimmy Broadbeck came in, and the 333 came in as well. The pit window stays open until there's 20 minutes of the race left to run. We'll soon be seeing stoppers. I think the 73 of Mike Coker is coming back out. No, it's not. Thought it was coming back out. It's now being pushed away. I think that's a retirement. Here's the battle for second. 84. VR Motorsport Praga holds second at the moment. Now, where's Richard Wells on his recovery after those spins? He's got past the Nissan up into 8th place. So now he's going to go after the Class 3 cars, I suppose. How far behind? Quite a way behind. 27 seconds behind the Porsche of Mark Cunningham at the moment. Further changes this time through then. See Ed Bridle pulling away from Richard Morris. There's the fight for fourth. Rod Goodman not really able to get away from Charlie Martin. There's our 7th place car, sorry, Mark Cunningham's Porsche. How much time did he lose? About 15 seconds with that spin to Bod Grimes. There is Bod Grimes on the tail of the Jimmy Broadbent Jem Hepworth Praga. I'm not sure which driver it is in that car at the moment. Here on the Grand Prix circuit at Silverstone. Now, I just had an update. It is Jem Hepworth in that car. Thank you very much, one of our YouTube commenters. So Jimmy Broadbent will need to get back in the car. That car has got to stop again because Jimmy hasn't driven the minimum time allowed. No driver can drive more than 60% of the race, which is an hour and 12 minutes. That should be the point where we see the quicker drivers start to get in, which is coming up in about a minute and a half's time. Here comes our leader, lapping Chris Murphy's Aston Martin and Dave Bennett in the Porsche. There goes the number 7. Could they take their first win today? Wait to see what happens after the pit stops. Coming up to lap some of the Class 1 runners here. That's impressive. There's the Taranis and the McLaren of Dave Scaramanga. 21 laps completed by the quickest cars now, so we're on lap 22 of this Britcar Endurance Championship race and Praga Championship, sponsored by Goodyear. Praga's still holding the top 5 places overall. First non-Praga is Bod Grimes in the Ferrari. A little lock up there from Dave Bennett in the Porsche. There's the Nissan. It's currently running in 9th place, driven by Richard Wheeler. Leading Class 1. It's the McLaren second in Class 1 on the Taranis and Ben Sharich in third. There's 87, that's Jem Hepworth at the wheel. All your kind comments coming in on our YouTube feed. Good to see over 3,000 of you still watching. The threatening skies again. I hope it's not going to rain here at Silverstone again. There's the 333. That's the Praga we saw come in earlier. Going past the 85 there. 85 is Jay Morton. 333 I think is now Gordy Bunch in that car. 85, I'm not sure if Ben Collins has taken over. There's the Nissan. And there's Richard Wells, the white Praga, still recovering his way up the order. He's about 15 seconds behind the Porsche of Cunningham. Let's try and catch him up now. Will we see some pit callers next time through? We'll we'll wait and see. And the 63 car, the AFM Racing Cupra, has come in. So Mark Havers handing over to Ricky Kerry. That's their mandatory stop. Green Cupra TCR further down the order. First Britcar race for them. In comes the Ferrari. I thought that might be one of the first cars in at this point, because Charlie Hollings, with all due respect to Chris Goddard, is the quicker of the two. He's a professional driver. There's Chris Goddard getting out. In comes the Ferrari as well. Yes, Johnny Molem is going to take over that car. There's Johnny. So Bon Grimes will get out. Johnny Molem will get in. The professional drivers starting to take over. So that means the Ferrari will give up the lead of Class 3 to the Porsche of Mark Cunningham. Is the Nissan going to come in this time of Richard Wheeler? Let's see if it comes through here onto the home straight. No, Richard continues. So this is the point we predicted. We get a lot of pit callers. First couple have come in. That's the second stop for the Ferrari. The 333 Prague has come back in as well. Of Ash Dibden and Gordy Much. So I imagine Ash Dibden stayed in the car when that pitted earlier, and Gordy Much has now taken over, I would think. That's logical for a driver change at this point. There's Mark Cunningham's Porsche. Another Porsche behind him, that's Peter Erscheg. Where's he in the order? 17th and 5th in Class 4, but he is leading the Class 4 points, so this could drop him behind EDF Motorsport in the points maps. The other pace-setting car in Class 4 this season has been Team Brits there towards the rear of the order. 85 has come back in as well. Jay Morton will be handing over to Ben Collins in that car. There's number 3, the Tyrannus. Ben Sharich still at the wheel. Car's owner will take over. 29 has come in. Richard Morris handing over to Chris Wesmail. Britcar Endurance and Praga Category Championship race. Pit stops are starting to happen. CW Performance Praga, we've just mentioned, is in. In comes the TCR Hyundai. Nicole Drought handing over to Danny Krivich, the TCR touring car regular. There's the Mark Havers and Rick Kerry Cupra. It's the number 63 car. Rick Kerry taking over that car, the ex-British touring car racer. I believe it's him anyway. Ferrari has headed back out. And we'll have to wait for the timing to cycle through to see where everybody rejoins, of course. Still the number 7 car that leads this, of Miles Lacey, by a handsome margin of 23.75 seconds. For everybody asking on the YouTube feed, no, Jimmy Broadbent is not in the car, it's Jem Hempel. They will swap back later on. There's the 91 car, that's still Charlie Martin running in 5th place. We inherit 4th because the 29 car ahead is in the pits. The 60 of EDF Motorsports just behind, that's Martin Byford. Chris Murphy in the Aston Martin, and I think we can hand down to Ian Waterhouse down in pit lane.
Hello everybody, welcome down to the pit lane here. I just saw a couple of the extra Pragas coming in as well. Those cars who put onto wet tyres, I think might be a bit of a mistake. We can grab a quick word of Alex Day here. Alex, how's it going? Are you ready for your stint?
I think we are. We're having a couple of issues with the gearbox at the minute, so
really
across that it's going to last.
Now, of course, we had that little bit of rain, didn't we? What was the thinking between you guys?
It was a matter of just getting wheels to drive steady, because coming in twice through the race would have just wasted.
It's a race killer, isn't it? I think a couple of the Pragas went on to dries, and I think they onto wets, and I think they massively regretted it, haven't they?
Oh yes, you're only going to come back in and there's just more time wasted. Yeah.
Best of luck for your stint, Alex. Enjoy it, won't you? That's Alex Dade. I'm going to hand back to your commentator, Dave Goddard.
Right, 1 hour, 5 minutes to go then. In fact, I was incorrect there. The update I got through was wrong. It is still Broadbent in the 87 car. They did not swap drivers at that first stop, so sorry about that, everyone. The update we got earlier was incorrect, so we put that right now. So I know most of you are just looking out for the 87 car on our YouTube feed, but I can't watch everybody's live streams at once and keep an eye on the track as well, so sorry everyone. Leader is the number 7 of Miles Lacey, completed 25 laps so far. He is yet to stop. Number 84 VR Motorsport second, and third number 31, which is Rod Goodman, now up in the third place, running well in his Praga. Fourth place number 91, which is Charlie Martin. And rounding out the top 5 is number 32, the Porsche. Then Richard Wells back up into 6th now. He's got ahead of the Nissan. And number 91 has just come in. That's Charlie Martin handing over to Jack Fabi. Now that Praga is one of the 2 with a smaller fuel tank. The other one is the 84 car. There it is in the pit lane. Distance. There's the McLaren. Where are they up to? 8th place and 2nd in Class 1, so still behind the Nissan. They're just over 13 seconds down. There's the Nissan. That's about to be lapped by our race leader Miles Lacey in the Motor1 Praga. Busy weekend for Motor1. They've got 2 Pragas out there. They've got the McLaren and the Hyundai TCR car further back as well, and Nicole Drought and Danny Krivich. Weekend for their team and mechanics in the pits. Here comes the leader down to Maggots and Beckett's. In comes the Nissan. Now Danny Harrison is going to take over at the wheel of the Fox transport car. Richard Wheeler gets out, so the pace should increase. Danny the quicker of the 2 drivers. It stops increasing as we go to half distance. The 84 car is in as well. Ed Bridle will hand over to twin brother Chris. They were running up there in 2nd. The Taramis is in as well. Johnny McGregor is going to take over from Ben Sharich. I'm standing by with the fire extinguisher. That's good to see as the fuel goes in. Does anybody else come in on this lap? We know the 91 has just been in. That's just gone back out in the hands of Jack Fabi. The 87 car is back in. It's just come back in, I can tell you. So it'll be Jen Hepworth taking over. Oh, and a bit of contact there. That's the Martin Byford Seat and the Porsche of Dave Bennett. Like there was a little bit of coming together there. And they've survived that, thankfully, through Copse Corner. They've got a Praga in between them. Now it's the 85 car. Now who's on board that car? We're having to work it out here. It's Ben Collins on board the 85, I think. These drivers need to all send me photographs of their crash helmet design so I can tell who's in the car at a given time. Ranis still in the pit lane. The Mac G Racing squad go to work. The Porsches come in as well, and Team Brit. 32 Porsche of Mark Cunningham comes in to hand over to Peter Cunningham. Bobby Trundley, the former karting star, is going to take over that car. Aaron Morgan handing over. Now, How much did that delay the EDF Motorsports car, number 60? They must have already been into the pits, yes, because they're showing a 16 class, yes, so it'll be Ash Woodman, in fact, on board that car now. So VR Motorsport have come in, SG Racing's Porsche, that's the Cunninghams, have come in. So Ranis is in. Anybody else in pit further back? Three Lions car has just done the fastest lap of the race, 2-minute 1.783. The Three Lions Prague, they're a couple of laps down after their extra stop for tyres earlier on, in 22nd place. Triple M Automotive, Aston Martin has been in, the Albert family as well. Johnny McGregor now out on circuit in his Taranis. .31 car has come in. Now Rod Goodman, we know, is driving solo in that car. One of, I think, only 3 or 4 soloists in this race. How many drivers do we have driving solo in this race? Peter Urseg's Porsche, Rod Goodman, Chris Murphy in the Aston Martin. The other one, Mike Coker in his Aston. Would have been Tim Docker as well, but he is not here. He's on the entry list in his TCR Golf, but not here this weekend. So at past half distance, in comes the championship leading Porsche. Marcus Fothergill is going to take over. There is Marcus in the black race suit helmet there. Dave Bennett will get out. Richard Wells is coming in. You can see on the right of your screen there as well. Alex Capadia is going to take over. See the stature of this championship now, with the likes of Ben Collins and Charlie Hollins and Johnny Molem out there, drivers of this sort of ranking. Really shows the status of the Britcar Endurance Championship. The Pragas as well, of course, with the likes of well-known YouTubers in there. Ben Collins now at the wheel of the 85 Praga. 111 and the 31 currently in the pits. The 84 Praga in as well, not showing as having gone back out just yet. But still the number 7 car pounds round in the lead. Almost forgotten about Miles Lacey up front. .31 in second place for Motus One. Number 7, I think that's not a Motus One car. I think it's a Works Praga car, that one. That's an error on my entry list. There's the 69 car. Marcus Fothergill is in. Car will shortly be heading back out, fighting for the win in Class 3 today, trying to keep its overall championship lead. See there from our graphics, the McLaren number 77 is now in 4th, but that has yet to stop. So cars that have not stopped are the number 7, the 77 McLaren, the 138 Audi has not yet stopped. That's already up into 6th overall in the hands of Hugo Cook. We see a battle here between Rod Goodman and the 29 with Chris Vesmail on board. Chippy goes through at Beckett's. We'll have to wait and see where Rod Goodman has slotted back in once everybody's made their pit stops. The other cars have not come in. The 44 of Will Foster's still out there. Number 9, Peter Urseg's Porsche hasn't pitted yet. The 99 Golf of George Heeler. And 72 Chris Murphy. They're the only cars that have yet to stop. 57 minutes still to go. They've got until 20 minutes to go in this race to make their mandatory stops, so the solo drivers could leave it as late as they like in that window. There's 138, that's Hugo Cook. He's currently clear in the lead of Class 4 because he hasn't pitted yet. 68, it's Bobby Trundley. Very rapid karter, began his endurance career in the BMW 116 Trophy Endurance Series. 77 McLaren has now made its stop. In comes Dave Scaramanga. Will Powell is going to take over. There is the McLaren 650S GT3 car. McLaren currently in pit lane. Should be able to establish the race order in a few moments' time. This is the part of the race where it gets all confusing because everybody's making their stops. We have to wait and see who slots back in where as they've completed their outlaps. What's the lead going to be for the number 7 Prague? We're going to wait to see who comes through in second now that the McLaren has made its pit stop. There's the 31 of Rod Good. 60 with Ash Woodman now on board, chasing the Jaguar with Adam Thompson, I think, now on board. How many stops has that made? Yeah, it's made 2 stops, so they've made their challenge. They're running at the tail of the field at the moment. The Valor Racing Aston Martin, unfortunately, is out, the only retirement so far. Showing in third at the moment is the number 91 Prague, that's Jack Fabi. Simpson Motorsport Audi of Hugo Cook is next, but that's yet to pit. So next is the number 29 with Chris Westmail on board. And then the 31 of Rod Gooden. So a couple of the Pragas were caught out because they pitted early to change onto wet weather tyres. The 333 was one of them. The 87 was another. The 85 I think did as well. That's changing conditions and then change back again, caught them out. There's the 333. Gordy Munch now on board. Been taken over from Ash Dibden. And the leader has come in. So number 7 Praga of Miles Lacey is in. And James Walker will take over. Now, this I think is going to give the lead to the number 91, depending on how long the stop takes. Minimum pit stop time of 2 minutes in this championship. We'll have to wait and see. So the number 91, the red and white Praga, could well take the lead here. 29 of Chris Westmail will also be in with a chance. They're separated by 18.4 seconds. We're going to wait and see where the Powerhouse Performance car comes through. And see what the gap is while the number 7 Praga is still in the pit lane, if we can. They're showing us a lap apart at the moment on the timing screen. Let's see if the 91 is within range when it comes through. We don't know where it is on the circuit at the moment. Seen today, of course, we've got the trophy category coming up tomorrow. 2 50-minute races for them. There's the Oldham family Aston Martin running further down the order. The 7 car still in the pits from the lead. Oh, and the Porsche's had another spin. That's Paul Cunningham now at the wheel of that one. I think that's exactly, is that the same place it spun earlier on? No, that was a club, wasn't it? That's at Brooklands. The Porsche has gone off. The sky has darkened again. Don't tell me it's raining again. No wipers going on the Porsche. We can find out the weather conditions if we pick up our onboard cameras. Soon tell us. Yeah, you can see how dark the clouds are. There's no rain at the moment, but I think rain might be imminent. This is going to throw everything out of whack again. There's Peter Erscheg in the Porsche. That's the Hyundai TCR car of Danny Krivich up behind them. They've got a Praga on their tail as well. There's the number 29. That's the CW Performance Praga, Chippy Westmail. Here comes Alex Kapadia. Let's see what lap times he's doing. Yes, just on the personal best for that car. 2 minutes point 895. Who's got the fastest lap of the race? 333, that's who. 2 minutes point 859 for Gordy Munch. The gap showing at the moment on the screen between 7 and 91 at the front is nearly 3 minutes. That's more than a lap of this circuit. But course, the 7 car's been in the pit lane. So I think they're going to emerge, still with the lead here. 72, Chris Murphy makes his stop. The 99 Golf is in as well. The Jonathan Beeson taking over. Who's this coming in as well? That's the 44 Cupra. Will Foster finally comes in to hand over to Alex Day. He's one of the pace setters in Class 4. So the only car that has yet to stop, I think, is the Audi, number 138. He's yet to stop, and Peter Erscheg's Porsche, number 9, hasn't come in yet either. Those are the only two that have not made their mandatory 2-minute pit stop. Okay, waiting for things to cycle through for the lead of the race among the prize. There's treble 1, that is Alex Kapadia. He's just done the first lap of the race under 2 minutes, 1:59.86. Now watch for him coming through. He did this at Alton Park and he gained 10 places, 13th to 3rd. He's closing in there on the 333 Prague, which we know is a couple of laps down. Now the timing screen now does show as they come through, is it the 91? Yes. So Powerhouse Performance, number 91 of Jack Fabi and Charlie Martin. Jack Fabi on board have taken the lead as a result of the stops. We will see where the number 7 slots back in. It's showing as 5.3 seconds down after it stopped, so they didn't quite do enough to get the lead. There's the 87 car. There's the number 7, I think, coming into Stowe Corner. There's the car that hasn't pitted yet, 138. That's running 5th overall, trying to keep their lead in Class 4 here. 31 is Rod Goodman. Where is he? He's in 4th place. It's Chris Wesmail in 3rd in the number 29. In the pit lane there is the Seat of Alex Day getting going again. 99 Golf with Jonathan Beeson on board the Paul Sheard racing team, famous for their Mazda MX-5s, but with the TCR Golf now. Car brought in from Sweden, where it's raced in TCR Scandinavia. Powerhouse Performance now have the lead. There is Kapadia. What's his lap time this time through? 1:59.659. He's gone quicker, and he's up to 7th because he's taken the Seat number 44 while it was in the pit lane. Now, the white Praga could be the one to watch here. There's the 63 with Rick Kerry on board. Newcomers to Britcar today. I think the 84 car has had a problem. The bridal team, VR Motorsport Praga, because they didn't come back out after their stop. So they've had some sort of a problem. They were running in the top 3 as well. Pick up your leader shortly then and see what the gap is between Powerhouse Performance, Jack Fabi, and the number 7 with James Walker on board. It's now 12.7 seconds. So it's the number 91 Praga that leads the way. There's 3rd place just gone through, CW Performance. It's number 31 Praga is 4th, there it is. In 3rd. The top non-Praga is the Audi now, but that's 5th, but we know the demise of that's inevitable because it hasn't pitted yet. 32, the Cunningham's Porsche. Peter now on board, now 2nd in Class 3. They've lost the class lead to Johnny Molem, unsurprisingly. That spin didn't help. There's the number 7 car going through. We just got a glimpse of it through Abbey there as the McLaren of Will Powell passing Peter Erscheg's Porsche. Has he pitted yet? No, he hasn't. So there is another car that's not also going. I thought he came in on the previous lap. I can't keep on top of all this stuff. The Audi has now come in, so it'll be Sasha Kakard taking over from Hugo Cook. have they done enough to keep the lead in Class 4? So the lead gap is 12.73 seconds. There's the Tyrannus, Johnny McGregor. Where's he running? 9th and second in Class 1 behind the Nissan now. And there is our race leader. We found the number 91. That is Jack Fabi. He's leading this. 45.5 minutes near enough of this race still to go. It's been a change for second place on that lap because the 29 of Chippy Westmail has taken over second place from number 7 James Walker. Waiting for the leader to come into sight then. There is the 91 behind the Tyrannus. We'll have to lap it. The lights flashing from Jack Fabi. They're the leaders of the Praga category in the points at the moment, the Praga Championship. They're trying to get Johnny McGregor out of the way here. There's the leader of Class 3, that is Johnny Molem. He's being chased down by Alex Capadia for 5th overall at the moment. 7 seconds between them. There's Capadia. He's the fastest man on track, the only man to do a lap of under 2 minutes in this race. Behind him we've got Charlie Hollings in the Ferrari. That was delayed by an extra stop for tyres early on. They're down in 23rd place, as was the 333 car with Gordy Butch on board. Oh, and the Tyrannus getting in the way of the leader there. Yeah, Johnny McGregor really needs to watch for blue flags here because he's impeding the race leader. Now Jack Fabi gets around the outside at Luffield, but that's lost him some time, and that might have reduced the gap. We'll see what the lap time is compared with the CW Performance Praga in second place. Over the line goes Jack Fabi. It'll be Chris Westmail through next in the 29 car. See what the difference is between the two of them when he comes through. The lap time there was 2:05.2 for Powerhouse Performance number 91. Yeah, 16.3 seconds, so he lost a couple of seconds there, but is still gaining. Just that momentary distraction with the Tyrannus. Third place is number 7. He's now lapping in the 2:08 brackets. James Walker in number 7, he's in third. Fourth is number 31 of Rod Goodman. He's another 11 seconds down on the number 7, but he is lapping quicker. And 5th place is the Ferrari of Johnny Molem, the red Ferrari number 16. 6th is the fastest man on track at the moment, Alex Capadia, the white number 111. The Nissan GTR number 23, there it is in the background, is 7th. In 8th position is the Tyrannus, which has just been lapped. Which we should see our leader here. Yes, there he is. He's just got past the number 99, the Golf. 9th, we've got the McLaren, number 77, with Will Powell aboard. And 10th place is Peter Erscheg in the number 9 Porsche, but he hasn't pitted yet. The Audi dropping down the timing screen because that's on its out lap. Capadia, I tell you, has just gained another place. He's got ahead of, yes, we see them there, just got ahead of Johnny Molem. There's the Ferrari leading Class 3. Capadia at the head of this group now. And he's going after the number 31 of Rod Goodman next. What's his lap times in comparison? About 6 seconds a lap quicker than Rod Goodman. There's number 32, the Porsche 997 of Peter Cunningham. So there's nearly a lap in it for the lead of Class 3. Lead gap 16.3 seconds. Is that Peter Erscheg slowing down in his Porsche there? Or is he running out of fuel? Is he trying to make it round to the pits? There's the leader. In fact, Westmail did lap slightly quicker on that last lap. Yes, he's done a personal best, 2:02.795. He's got the gap down to 15 seconds, so we've got a race on between the 91 of Jack Fabi, the 29 of Chippy Westmail. Now remember what we told you earlier about fuel mileage. A couple of the Pragas have smaller fuel tanks One of them was the Bridal team car. I think that's out of the race. The car with Jack Fabi on board has a 60-litre fuel tank. The other Praga has a much bigger one, that of Chippy Westmail. That's got a 95-litre tank. Will Jack Fabi have to stop again for a splash of fuel? They burn 1 litre of fuel every minute, these Pragas. There's the leader. There's the championship leader, Marcus Fothergill, in his Porsche. They're leading the points in Class 3. Where are they in the class standings? Third at the moment, 19th overall. There is Alex Kapadia. Now he'll be worth watching in the closing stages of this race. He's flying up the order. He's up to 5th now. Fastest lap of the race, 1:59.3. He's trying to catch Rod Goodman before. He's got the gap down to 8 seconds now. .40 minutes exactly to go in this Goodyear Britcar Endurance and Praga Championship race. After the pit stops have all worked out, we've got a cracking race on our hands, particularly between the Pragas in the top 5 places. The Audi, I can tell you, has rejoined in 12th place, and they're still in the lead, I think, of Class 4. Ahead of the Porsche. Yes, Peter Erscheg, the only car that hasn't pitted, is still second in class. He's just lost that second place though, because I think Peter Erscheg might be running out of fuel and is crawling round to the pits at the moment. We'll try and pick it up if we can. He may have left it too late to make his pit stop, or whether he's got a problem and has dropped out. We've got a yellow flag out. Now where's that? I think that's on the run down into Brooklands corner, so we'll try and pick up what that is. There goes the leader. Onto Hanger Straight. Nissan ahead of him, racing to be lap there in 7th place. There is the number 7, the car that led before the stops. They're now down to 3rd place. James Walker, not as experienced as the drivers around him, Mr. JWW. There's the 87 car, running in 15th place now, and 7th of the Pragas. There's double yellows. That's Abbey, in fact. I wonder, that's where we saw Peter Erscheg slowing. I think we might have lost the Porsche. And he's the points leader in Class 4 as well. Kapadia across the line, 2 minutes .4 that time through. He's trying to catch, yes, he's about half the gap to Rod Goodman ahead of him there. Johnny Molem still 6th in his Ferrari, leading Class 3 comfortably. Very comfortably, nearly a lap ahead of the Cunningham Porsche. Heads up towards Maggots and Beckett's. The yellow flag's still out at Abbey, because I think over to the left of somewhere is a stranded Porsche, unfortunately. Yeah, Peter Erscheg still dropping down the timing screen. I hope he didn't leave it too long to make his pit stop and has run out of fuel. There's the Nissan still leading Class 1 in 7th place. But the lead gap is now 14.25 seconds. About 3/4 of a second it came down by on that last lap. So Chris Westmail trying to chase down Jack Fabi. Lapping the Audi there. That's now running 12th, but still leading Class 4. They left it later to pits. What's their lead in Class 4? 20 seconds or so over the number 44 of Alex Day now, the Cupra. First of the TCR cars, and third in Class 4 is EDF Motorsport in their Cupra. Yes, the warning sign has now appeared alongside Peter Erscheg's Porsche on the timing screen, so it looks like he has disappeared out on circuit. That's the reason for the yellow flag. Lost the Porsche. Jen Hepworth is up to 14th in the Praga. She's got ahead of EDF Motorsports in the Cupra. Coming towards the final half hour of this 2-hour race. Still powerhouse performance. Number 91 with Jack Fabi at the wheel, who lead the way. The gap is now down to 13.254 seconds. So Chris Wesmail took a second out of Jack Fabi on that last lap. Third is number 7. That is James Walker. He's some 22 seconds off our second place car at the moment. There's number 85, that's Ben Collins. That car made an extra stop to change tyres, of course, in the early stages. They're running 17th, 2 laps down. Cars we've lost in this one. We lost the Valor Racing Aston Martin early on. The Bridal Twins 84 Praga, the VR Motorsport car, never rejoined after its stop. The 63 Cupra TCR came back into the pits as well, the car of Rick Kerry and Mark Havers, that's in the pit lane, and the Jaguar F-Type as well, more problems for them. So 4 cars, potentially 5 out of it, because we've lost the Porsche of Peter Erceg as well. Still your leader is the number 91. What's the gap this time? It's down to 12 seconds now, so 1.2 seconds taken out of our race leader. The gap is coming down. Meanwhile, the number 31 has taken third place. Rod Goodman has got ahead of James Walker, and closing both of them down is number 111, Alex Kapadia. That white Praga could be the one to watch here. They're all going to close up again. It's almost like a spring. It gets stretched apart at the pit stops and then coils back up again. Oh, hang on. Johnny Molem's come back in with the Ferrari. Is that for a top-up on fuel, or has he got a problem? So the red Ferrari that was leading Class 3 has just come back in the pits. Kapadia has just done a 1:58.994. There he is, at the back of this group. That's the fastest car on track. There he goes. Alex Kapadia is closing towards our top 4. What's the gap to the number 7 ahead? It's 23 seconds, so he's going to try and close up on them ahead. He might run out of time, though, to make any more progress. We will wait and see. We've still got 33.5 minutes of this race to go. Ah, the Jaguar's back out. That's good to see. They've made an extra stop. There is the number 111, still in 5th place. The leader's gone across the line to complete his 39th lap. We'll see what the gap is. There is the number 91. And the gap is now down to 9.5 seconds, because Chippy Westmail has just done a 2 minutes 2.336. That's his personal best. The gap is coming down. How much has that taken out of him? That's taken 2.5 seconds out of our race leader. The 29 car is coming. And Jack Fabi's going to get desperate to get past these back markers. Get out of the way, he says to Danny Harrison. He wants to get past the Nissan. He's flashing the lights at him here, but the Nissan is so big compared to the Praga. I don't know if he can see the lights there in his mirror. He needs to drop back a bit just so he can see in the mirror. We caught a glimpse there of the 29 car with the red nose in the background. Chippy Wesmail with Richard Morris. They're leading the Praga Championship points at the moment, and they want their first overall win of the season. There he is in the background. We just saw him coming into club because Jack Fabi can't get past Danny Harrison. There's the second place car in that group behind. Jack Fabi's getting frantic here. Needs to get past this back marking Nissan. The Ferrari has gone back out, so I don't know what the problem is there. Johnny Molan's rejoined. Now the leader's got past the Nissan. Where is Chippy Wesmail? There he is. He's lapping the Tyrannus. Got past the Peter Cunningham Porsche and Chris Murphy's White Ridge Aston Martin. There's the blue Ferrari, number 144, that's Charlie Hollings. That got delayed earlier on with an extra stop, of course, so Charlie's got that car back up into 21st now. Where is the leader? Jack Fabi. Tiger sports cars as well in open sporting events. He's pulling away. You can see the pace of the Praga compared with the Nissan. Where's his next back marker? There it is. It's Dale Albert. It's Ginetta Racer in the Aston Martin to be lapped next. That's Aston Martin running at the back of the field in 23rd at the moment. 31 minutes to go. It's getting tense out there. The gap is down to 8.8 seconds this time through. Last lap time for the 29 Praga was 2 minutes 4.2. Last lap time for our leader, 2 minutes 4.9. So he didn't gain as much on that last lap. Perhaps he's dealing with back markers as well. Yes, he's got the Tyrannus in front of him. We saw that Tyrannus impeding another leading car earlier on. So Johnny McGregor needs to watch his mirrors in that Tyrannus. There go the two Ferraris, red ahead of blue. Johnny Molim, did he lose the lead of Class 3 there with that extra quick stop? No, he did. I can tell you as well, the treble 3 Praga's recovered well. They're back up into 9th place with Gordy Munch on board. Quick laps from him. The gap between 4th and 5th is down to 3.3 seconds, so the Tim Gray Motorsport car of Alex Capadia is coming. Again, flashing the lights. We've seen this before. Tyrannus against Praga. There we go, the second place car gets past the Tyrannus. That's Chris Wesmail. Third place is still the 31 with Rod Goodman as we look at Danny Krivich there in that lovely Hyundai i30 TCR. First one of those we've seen. Racing with Britcar. Where's that car running? It's in 17th place. Just lost out to the 85 Praga of Ben Collins making its recovery. They're running 4th in Class 4. Here comes Alex Capadia, ex-Le Mans prototype racer. The fastest lap of the race, he's closing in on the number 7 Praga now for 4th position. The gap is up to 9.8 seconds now, so the 29 of Chris Wesmail, he lost time getting past the Tyrannus there, he's dropped about a second there. It's looking good here for Jack Fabi, but we don't know if he's going to have to make another splash for fuel. Pit window closes in 8.5 minutes. Soon find out. I'm sure the treble 3 car would have been up there as well. I did not made that early stop for tyres, but they're 9th, lapping on the pace. They're the first of the cars that made 2 stops earlier on. The Simpson Motorsport Audi, I notice, has been in again as well. There it is, it's still going, but they've lost a couple more places now. Class 4 is being led now by, that means, the CTR Alpha Tune number 44, the Cupra. So Alex Day leads that class in 13th overall because the Audis just had to nip into the pits. Leader gets past Charlie Hollings in the 144, the Ferrari. Where's our second place man? He's still fighting with that Tyrannus. It's losing him ground here. Now he gets past at Village, but he's lost a lot of ground there. Trying to get past Johnny McGregor in the number 3, who's running 7. He's not going to be happy there, Chippy Wesmail. There's the Nissan. It's leading Class 1. Nearly 7 seconds up on the Tyrannus in second. Third in Class 1 is the McLaren. They've had a quiet day today, the Motor Swan number 77, the McLaren. Down in third in class. Looking to win the Class 1 Championship this year. Leader across the line, 42 laps completed. Let's see what the gap is. I'm sure it will have increased this time. Over the line, yes, 11.6 seconds. That's just the break Jack Fabi needed. It's the second place car, the 29, we saw being held up slightly by the Tyrannus. Something flapping away underneath the Nissan GTR. Is that a bit of undertray coming loose, perhaps? It is, it will affect the handling. We have 26.5 minutes to go in this Goodyear Britcar Endurance Championship. Endurance and Praga category, 2-hour race. There's the Ferrari. They are still leading Class 3. The 87 car of Hepworth has just got up into 11th place. It's past Peter Cunningham's Porsche. 4th position on that last lap. Still a couple of laps down though. Now here comes the leader. to lap the Ferrari of Johnny Molin. Legendary sports car racer in all manner of disciplines. 91 powerhouse Praga comes through to lap him. Nissan lapping Charlie Hollings' Ferrari. Danny Harrison at the wheel of the Nissan now. Won the championship with Jim Hepworth last season. Leader comes up on the Ferrari. Johnny Molin will see him. Through goes the Praga of Jack Fabi. Johnny Molin has raced in Ferraris at Le Mans with his partner Bob Grimes, so he's used to racing against quicker prototypes. There's the Jaguar F-Type. Now the leader's got to lap Danny Krivich in his TCR Hyundai. Trying to put as much distance between himself and CW Performance Praga as possible. That's Chippy Westmail has just done his personal best lap, 2-minute 1.97. He's back on it. The gap is just over 10 seconds. With 24 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Can he catch him? Meantime, the gap between third and fourth on the last lap was 1.8 seconds. Capadia had almost caught Rod Goodman for third place. He's doing the same as he did at Alton Park here. We'll see on the timing screen if he's got him. Yes, he has got him. I thought he would have done. Capadia, the 111, I think, to third place. You can see on the left of your screen there. Ahead of Rod Goodman. Still fifth is the number 7 car with James Walker on board. That's having its best run this year. There goes the leader. Just it goes out of shot. There is second place. So that's the visual gap. 10 seconds on time. Chris Westmail trying to close in on Jack Fabi. Battle of the Pragas for the overall win here at Silverstone. We go on board with Ash Woodman in the number 60 Cupra. They're running down in 5th in Class 2 at the moment. They've made 2 pit stops, so there's been an issue somewhere. Whether they stopped for tyres and then stopped again, I'm not sure. It looks looking unlikely that they will win Class 4 today. The team Brit Aston Martin of Bobby Trundley has come back in for a second stop. There we see third and fourth go through, 111 and 31, the 2 Pragas. So there is Capadia, there is Goodman. Here comes Jem Hepworth in number 87, but that car is going to have to stop again. There's only 3 minutes left of the window. I think it has made, yeah, it's only made 2 stops. The Praga 3 Lions car has been in 3 times. So that might be okay after they made that early stop. Presumably they didn't drive a change when the car came into the wet with Ash Dibden on board, I'm not sure. Let's see what Alex Capadia does this time round. Is he closing on the lead battle? The lead gap is now down to 9.3 seconds, so another 7/10 gained by Westmail on that lap. Here comes the 111 over the line. There's a 2 minutes 0.1 that time through. Yeah, he's 30 seconds down on the number 29 in second, so I don't think he's going to improve on third place. There the lap times. Yeah, well, he lapped about 4 seconds quicker that time through, so a lap takes 2 seconds. And I think we can hand down to Ian Waterhouse in pit lane.
Hello everybody, welcome down to the pits. I've just nipped down to the Praga garage and we've got Charlie Martin just down here, just filling up a water bottle. Obviously went out in that first stint. Let's have a quick word because it was quite hairy out there, wasn't it? Charlie, how you doing? It's good to see you. I've caught you filling up your water bottle here. This is real motorsport, isn't it? This is what really goes on behind the scenes.
Real drivers drink water.
Real drivers drink water. Yeah, that's why I'm not a real driver. Right, you did the first stint, of course, and it was pretty wet. It got quite wet out there. What did you do? Did you come in? Did you decide to stick it out?
No, I stuck it out because I could see that, you know, I mean, okay, the track got pretty wet.
Yeah.
Initially I thought, okay, it's just going to be a few showers. Then, yeah,
It's a
cats and
difficult call to make. Who makes the call? Is it yourself, or is it as a team, or does somebody go, no, right, we've got to get you in, or stay out?
Yeah, the crew chief came over and was like, what do you want to do? But I could see it was, you know, if it had been really dark clouds and things, but
yeah.
you could see didn't look like it was going to rain much
Yeah.
more. And different bits of the track, it was raining more, raining less. And I was like, yeah, you know, you just got to stick it out. Although it was really horrible, it was really slidey at times, and I caught quite a few slides. I had one little spin coming out of Vale, but
well, it proved to be the right call in the end, though, didn't it? Because I think those who went onto wets probably regretted it very quickly. I
think so. Yeah, you could. I think there was a period short where they benefited, but it was going to dry out. It was always. I mean, Cop stayed pretty greasy for quite a long time afterwards, but everywhere else was. Pretty quickly back to a dry line. So
and it's going all right for you guys, isn't it? It's going all right.
I had a really, really good drive in the car just then, where you know, one of those moments when you're just really in the zone, you're really pushing hard, and it's just it's all coming together. And
do you know what, Charlie? No, I don't know. But I know you do. So. Fantastic. Look, I hope the rest of the race goes very well. Thanks for stopping to talk to us.
We're in P1 at the moment, so fingers crossed.
Keep it going, give it go. Come on, Jack. Right, so I'm going to hand back to Dave Goddard, take you through the rest of the race.
19 and a half minutes to go then, thanks Ian. To hear from Charlie Martin there, driving partner Jack Fabi leading this race by 9.35 seconds ahead of the CW Performance car driven by Chris Chippy Wesmail. Closed in by a few tenths on that last lap, but also watch out for the 111, Alex Capadia in third place. Now he's 26 seconds down. We've got about 9 or 10 more laps to go, I would estimate, in this race. And I don't think the 111 can close up here. Well, his last lap was 4.5 seconds up on that of the 29. Lapping and catching at that pace. He could probably catch them up actually in the last few laps if my maths is correct. There go the two leaders, 8.4 seconds now the gap. He's taken nearly a second out of him on that last lap. Chris Wesmail is not done yet, he's closing in, he's running after Jack Fabi here. See what the gap is back to the third place car as well. It was about 26 seconds. We'll wait for Alex Capadia in the white 111 Praga to come through. Here he comes over the line. 22.7 seconds. Yeah, he's taken another 3.2 seconds, I think, out of him there. There's the leader into Stowe Corner. To come through towards Club. In the classes, Class 1 is now being led by the Tyrannus. That's got ahead of the Nissan. Yeah, the Nissan, I thought I saw it slowing coming out of Woodcut there. His last lap was a 2 minutes 20. The Nissan GTR is in trouble, I think, here. So drama in Class 1. Try and keep an eye on the Nissan GTR because I think that's got a problem. And the Tyrannus has taken the lead of Class 1. I did wonder while we were concentrating on the Pragas there, it was slowing. In Class 3, meanwhile, it's still Johnny Molem in 10th overall, the Red River Sport by FF Corsa Ferrari. And in Class 4, it's the CTR Alpha Tune Cupra of Day and Foster. They're running 14th. There is the number 7 Praga in 5th place. James Walker at the wheel. He's had a good run. They led before the stops. There is Capadia. There is the Nissan GTR. Yes, he is going slow. Look, the Praga catching him up there. I think that Nissan's got a problem. Try and follow him, see what the issue is there. Can't see any obvious issue there. Did I see a little bit of smoke there, or am I imagining things? The 333 car has made another stop. That's one of the Pragas. They were in 9th place, so they'll drop down a bit. Let's have a look at the Nissan. Is it that problem with the under tray that we saw, that flapping underneath, that's causing the problem here? Or whether he's had an off somewhere on that last lap. We'll see what his last lap time, what his lap time is through this time. It was 2 minutes 20 on the last lap. seem to be something amiss with that Nissan. The ground he's dropped to Rod Goodman in the Praga. Across the line he comes, and the lap time this time through is a 2 minutes 28. Yes, there's a problem with that Nissan. That's a great shame. They've lost the Class 1 win. It's going to be the Tyrannus, I think, that takes Class 1. Or is it because the McLaren is catching them, but they're 12.5 seconds apart, near enough. Meantime, the lead gap, we'll look back to our leaders. They're all doing personal bests. The three of the top four were anyway on that lap. Powerhouse Performance number 91 leads by 7.7 seconds. They lost another few tenths to the 29 of Chris Wesmail. There is the Tyrannus, the yellow car. That's 6th overall leading Class 1 now. And there is Alex Kapadia. The only man to have lapped, I think, in under 2 minutes in this race. No, apologies, Gordy Much has done that as well. And is that the Tyrannus slowing as well? Yeah, Johnny McGregor's slowing as well. What's going on with the Class 1 cars? So that means that Will Powell's going to take the lead in Class 1 in the McLaren if he's got a problem as well. What is going on in Class 1 today? First the Nissan, then a lap later the Tyrannus has slowed. We saw fuel going in earlier, so it's not running out of fuel. There's the McLaren. They've taken the lead of Class 1, that means. Where's the Tyrannus? He's not come through there. The number 7 Praga is back in the pits for a late splash of fuel, I would think that is. So they are very thirsty cars, these Pragas. We could still see... Will we see any of the top 4 make pit stops here? The lead gap is now 6.9 seconds. Chris Wesmail closes in again by 0.8 of a second. There's the 7 car in. And they're not refuelling there. Is that a late driver change? Well, the pit window closed with 20 minutes to go. So this is not a standard stop, because there's 13.5 minutes now to go. I think the 7 car's got a problem as well. That's James Walker. Well, we said that the number 77 car, the McLaren, had a quiet day. And now it's paying off for them, isn't it? They say to finish first. First, you have to finish. And it looks like that's what Dave Scaramanga and Will Powell and the Motus 1 McLaren are going to do. They are the points leaders in Class 1, they're 3rd overall in the championship. There's Alex Kapadia. Is he catching the 29 car? No, 19.7 seconds down, so he's not catching at any great rate of knots. Excuse me, let's see what the gap is between our leaders this time then. 6.9 seconds it was last time through. They come up to complete lap 49. Here comes your leader. He's got back markers ahead, flashing the lights. He laps in 2 minutes 2.496, so best lap of the race for that car for Jack Fabi. The gap to second is 7.3 seconds, so he's pulled out a little bit of a lead on that lap. 7.3 seconds the lead gap then. Jack Fabi is responding here to the pressure from Chris Wesmail. But of course it could come down to fuel mileage. We know that this Praga has got a smaller fuel tank than the others. Have they played their cards right? 3rd place is still Kapadia. He's 16 seconds off the cars ahead of him. He took over 3 seconds out of number 29 on that last lap. There is the 29, Chris Wesmail. Just got to try and read what's going to happen here. Who's going to do what? There is the 111 coming into lap Peter Cunningham in the Porsche. Alex Kapadia, such a rapid driver. He's got the gap down to 16 seconds to Chris Wesmail ahead of him. There's just over 11 minutes of the race to go, so we won't catch him. I think he's going to have to settle for 3rd place, as he did at Alton Park. 7.3 seconds in it between the 2 leaders. Class 1 is now being led by the Motus 1 McLaren. Class 3 is still Johnny Molam in the Ferrari. Class 4 by CTR Alpha Tune Cupra. Class 4 invitation, but a Valor Racing is out of the race, of course. Problems early on. The Tyrannus, yeah, I can tell you looking at the timing screen, has stopped somewhere out on circuit. We don't know where. The Nissan is still going, there it is. Yeah, that's lapping in the 2:33s now. Whether it is some damage to the underside of the car that's slowing it down, I'm not sure. You can see there the under tray was bouncing around earlier. There's the second place though. Towards the end of this one now. There's the Ferrari. That's leading Class 3, 9th overall. Yeah, the number 7 Prague are still in the pits. Looks like their race could be over. That's a shame because they were leading before the stops. There's the McLaren. That's leading Class 1. They're now 5th overall. Behind them is the 333 Prague. The Three Lions car of Dibden and Much. Despite having made 4 pit stops, they're still in 6th place. Well, the McLaren, just said to finish first you have to finish, and they're 5th overall, and they're going to win Class 1 unless they hit problems as well. What's the lead gap this time? 5.5 seconds between the leaders. Fabi did a 2 minutes 3.2. Wesmail did a 2 minutes 1.5. He's closed by nearly 2 seconds on that last lap. This is not over yet between the Praguers at the front. Best non-Prager is now the McLaren. Have we had anybody else making late pit stops? Yes, Charlie Hollings is back in again. There's the Ferrari. It looks like we're going to have... no, I think that's Charlie getting back in again, actually. Yeah, Charlie gets back in. They've put a splash of fuel in there, I think. Because you can't refuel the car with the driver aboard. Safety reasons. Right, here comes the leader then, round to complete lap number 51 of this Goodyear Britcar Endurance and Praga category race. Over the line. He does a 2 minutes 3.26. There's the second place car. 3.6 seconds is the gap. A 2 minute 1.36 from Chris Wesmail. I think he's going to catch Jack Fabi here. There they are. You can see the gap between the two of them. Here comes Chippy. Jack Fabi's going to be warned by his pit board on the main straights that the lead gap is coming down by about 2 seconds a lap almost now. Yep, there they are. Chris Wesmail is going to catch Jack Fabi here, surely. Brave effort by Powerhouse Performance. Fabi started, that car started by Charlie Martin. Richard Morris started the 29 car, the Racing Pride founder. He's going to be very proud here if Chris Wesmail catches the race leader. There's the Nissan. Danny Harrison still struggling on. There go the leaders through Club Corner. Capadia's last lap was a 2 minutes 8, so he's lost some time there. He's still third, quite a way down the road. It's still number 31, Rod Goodman, getting on with the job in 4th place. He's just done his personal best lap as well, but he's 30 seconds behind Capadia. How far behind? It's quite a way behind the Tim Gray Motorsport number 111 of Alex Capadia, started by Richard Wells. The car that started from pole position. He is quite a way behind. He's 23.7 seconds down on the 29. There goes the second place man. There's the 87 car. That's now running in 9th place. There's a slowing Cupra. Oh, that's the Class 4 leader. The Class 4 leader of Alex Day is pulling over. What is going on with our classes today? Alex Day has stopped, so just at the pit lane exit there at Cops. So it's the 66 Hyundai that now leads Class 4. On its debut, Danny Krivich and Nicole Trout have taken the lead of Class 4. Well, another class leader hits problems. What's the lead gap this time through? We'll go back to that. It's 3.2 seconds, so another 0.4 of a second gained by Chris Wesmail. 6 minutes of this race to go, and there's still time for drama. There are the leaders, and Jack Fabi is going to be frantically flashing the headlights, getting these back markers out of his way, because he can now see Chris Westmail in his mirrors behind him. The charge of the Pragas is on. This is going to be close. It's between these two for the overall victory here at Silverstone. They're coming up on Ash Woodman in the Cupra. This is the battle for second place now in Class 4 between the Cupra and the Audi, I think. It's got past the Cupra. No, the Cupra's a couple of laps down, actually, because they made an extra stop. There's the Audi, Sasha Kakard on board that car. As Fabi continues to push on. He knows Chris Westmail is coming. There is the 29 car. Well, we're in for a grandstand finish here at Silverstone in this Goodyear Britcar Endurance and Praga race. It's now the 66 car leading Class 4, the Motus One Hyundai we caught a glimpse of there. That could take a class win on its debut. 12th overall, 5 minutes of the race to go. And in Class 1, I can't believe I'm saying this, the McLarens now come into the pits again. Has that got a problem, or have they just come in for a bit of fuel? We can find out from the pits the McLaren has just come back in. So if the Nissan keeps going here, the Nissan actually... Yeah, there's the McLaren. The Nissan is still lapping, but slowly. And the McLaren's still in the pits. So they're doing... I wouldn't imagine they're doing a late driver swap. That can't be right. So have they got a problem as well? Was it a splash of fuel for that car too? I'm not sure they'll be threatened. I think they were a lap clear of the... yes, the McLaren's going back out. So they were a lap clear of the Nissan. So it's still going to be close. That Nissan we know is struggling, lapping in the 2-minute 40s. What's the lead gap as they come over the line? 2.8 seconds now between Powerhouse Performance and CW Performance. But what a performance it's been in Class 1. Is the McLaren going to hang on to win the class? We'll have to wait and see at the flag now. I don't know where it's going to slot back in. 3.5 minutes remaining. There are the leads. A tough race to follow, this one. Our YouTube commenter says Class 1 is like the 1982 Monaco Grand Prix. And at 4 or 5 leaders on the last lap because cars kept breaking down. Leaders lap the Class 4 leader, the Hyundai. Yes, they're on. Oh, a big slide there for Chris Westmail. Nearly lost it there. I hope his tyres aren't going off. They'll be coming up towards the Wellington Straight next, and then under the bridge down to Brooklands. Just a couple of laps left to go this time around. Less than 3 minutes on the clock. There's the Ferrari. They're heading for the win in Class 3 in 7th overall. Here they come then into Luffield. Now he's almost caught Jack Fabi, Chris Westmail. They're almost together. It's going to be a fight to the flag. Over the line they come. 2 laps to go here at Silverstone. Now in the sunshine after that rain shower halfway through. The gap is 1.5 seconds. Personal best lap for Chris Westmail again. 2 minutes 1.038. Fabi does a 2 minutes 2.3. Surely Chris Westmail is going to catch the race leader here. Having seen all the problems further back, we don't want to put the curse of the commentator on anyone. The 333 car's back in for a 5th stop. They've climbed to 5th. That comes in again. That's the Gordy Much and Ash Dibden car. They've stopped so many times, I don't know which of them's in the car, unfortunately. Kapadia is still 3rd in the white 111. And the Motus One car in 4th, number 31. Where are our race leaders? We've got to pick them up in a moment. 333 with a problem there. It's been in and out of the pits all race, but still in the top 5, that car. The McLaren, I can tell you, is still leading Class 1. So here come the leaders. Is Jack Fabi going to hang on? Give him one more lap this time around. He's got to race on the limits. He'll be mindful of his fuel. Swing their way through Village. Typical nail-biting endurance racing. This is what it's all about. This is why we love motor racing. lapping the Jonathan Beeson Golf there. Aston Martin from Team Brits with Bobby Trunkley on board as well. Here they come towards Luffield. They'll start their final lap this time. What's the gap going to be? It was down to 1.5 seconds last time through, or just over 1.5 seconds. They've got to deal with the back markers. Up over the line they come to start their final lap. 1.8 seconds in it. A final push needed from Jack Fabbing. He actually increased his advantage on that last lap by 0.3 of a second. Chris Westmail is going to have to really push here. It's like the last stages of a stage of the Tour de France. Who's got the most reserve left? Is there anything left between these two drivers? Oh, Rod Goodman stopped. Oh, he was in 4th place. That's another car falling at last. I bet he's run out of fuel. Rod Goodman, the soloist in the number 31 Praga, the Motor Swan car, he's out. I bet he's run out of fuel. I hope neither of these two run out of fuel. So Goodman will lose 4th place. The McLaren could end up 4th overall at this rate. We'll have to wait and see. There go the two leaders. Can Chris Westmail do it in these final few corners? Can he catch Jack Fabi, or is it going to be a first overall win for Charlie Martin and Jack Fabi for powerhouse performance? They come towards Village for the last time. It's only the long left at the loop onto the Wellington Straight, then Brooklands and Luffield. The 91 is almost there. The clock has counted down to 0. Waiting for them to come into sight. A few of the back markers come through. Confirm the class winners when we can. Here they come. Westmail with one final push. I think he's going to be too late. Jack Fabi into Brooklands. Westmail's there behind him. I don't think he's going to do it. Charlie Martin and Jack Fabi for number 91. Powerhouse performance, Praga R1 is going to win here at Silverstone. Westmail comes up just short. The checkered flag is almost in sight. There it is. And the win goes to Powerhouse Performance, number 91. Charlie Martin and Jack Fabi take their first win of the Goodyear Britcar Endurance Championship season by 0.675 of a second. Chris Westmail comes up short in the car started by Richard Morris. What an effort to fight back. The rest of the field will come home. It's a rather depleted field with all the cars that have stopped in the last few laps. Peter Cunningham's Porsche still going. Now Class 1 should be won by the McLaren. Let's wait and see what comes across the line. There's our Class 4 winners. That's gone to the Motor Swan Hyundai on its debut of Danny Krivich and Nicole Drought, who started that car. They finish in 12th place overall. The Nissan did make it home in 9th place. Struggling in the closing stages there, the Nissan of Danny Harrison, started by Richard Wheeler. They come in 9th overall, 2nd in Class 1. Well, a real race of attrition, a typical endurance race. There's our 3rd place car, number 111, Alex Kapadia. And he dropped off the pace in the closing stage. He must be conserving fuel. Said about the first of these Pragas, so Alex Kapadia must have been conserving fuel and being happy with 3rd place. Yes, he comes across the line, last lap at 2:25. He gets 3rd place overall. There's the McLaren, with Rod Goodman dropping out, not making the finish line. I think the McLaren will be classified 4th. They will win Class 1. Class 3 is won by the Ferrari, there it is, of Johnny Molem and Bon Grimes. And Class 4 won by the Hyundai. Well, we'll confirm the full results in a moment. What a baffling race that was. There's your class winners confirmed. Number of cars caught out by that early rain shower in that one. A few of them running light on fuel. You have to feel for Rod Goodman there, number 31. He was on for 4th place and then his car lets him down on the last lap. The 87 car, 6th on the timing screen. With the demise of Goodman, I don't think he'll be classified, so I imagine they'll be 5th, the 87. Okay, I think everybody's in now. The only car I've not seen come in is the Audi. So we'll confirm the provisional results then. The win goes to the Powerhouse Performance Prague and number 91 of Jack Fabi and Charlie Martin. 0.675 a second up on Chippy Westmail and Richard Morris. Third place for Alex Kapadia and Richard Wells in their Praga. And the rest of the field a couple of laps down. 31 we presume will be not classified in 4 because it didn't actually cross the line. So next home was the McLaren of Motor Swan, then the J2 Praga, the number 87 of Broadbent and Hepworth, then the first of the Class 3 cars in 7th overall, the Ferrari of Molam and Grimes, 8th place number 85, which is the Praga of Ben Collins and Jay Morton, 9th place for the Nissan, struggled in the closing stages, and 10th place the Cunninghams in their Porsche, 11th the Three Lions Praga, but that finished in the pits, so I don't think that'll be classified. 12th and first in Class 4 with the Hyundai TCR. Then the Fothergill and Bennett Porsche. The Audi, that's not recorded as having crossed the line, so that's gone missing somewhere on the last lap as well. Then the Shared Autosport Golf TCR in 15th place. It's of course just taken from the live timing. Next home was the Goddard and Hollings Ferrari. Then EDF Motorsports Seat, the Whitebridge Aston Martin, the CTR Alpha Tune Seat Cooper we know didn't finish, we saw that pull up. And a lot of the other cars, the Triple M Automotive Aston Martin was still running at the finish. We think the Team Brit Aston Martin and the New Barn Jaguar were, but the rest were retirements. We can now hand down to Ian in Parc Fermé to talk to some of our drivers.
Right, hello everybody, welcome down to a very, very happy Parc Fermé. Come for a walk with me, shall we? Because actually car number 29 just crashed into its trophies as it parked up. But we must grab Jack Fabi and Charlie Martin taking the Praga class win. Let's grab it. Let's just enjoy the moment for a second. Look at this embrace here. There is Charlie Martin and Jack Fabi. So Charlie, just very quickly, congratulations. You must be delighted, aren't you?
Yeah, really buzzing. I mean, it was tense watching that at the end.
Yeah. We were chatting in the garage, weren't we? And the seconds, it was just getting a bit closer, too close for comfort at times.
Yeah, and I think like Chippy had got new tyres on, and you know, it was just, and then seeing the traffic play out as well, and Chippy had a little lock up at one point. I think it was so tense, but you know, credit to Jack for just keeping his head down, not buckling under the pressure, because yeah, it feels really good.
What are you doing that side of the fence? Get yourself in here. Come on, Charlie. Come on. Let's go find Jack as well. Jack, congratulations. I've just been chatting to Charlie, and it was getting a bit close at the end, wasn't it? But hey, boy, oh boy, you took it home.
Yeah, that was the hardest race I think I've ever done. Not just physically, but mentally. I mean, I had a shocking qualifying. I drove into the back of someone in the pit lane like an idiot. The boys worked super hard to get the car fixed for the race, and Charlie, I mean, oh my gosh, what, like, credit where credit's due. She started it, she managed to deal the conditions when it started raining. Literally amazing drive by her. And then I jumped in the car, and oh god, I'm so tired now. Yeah, just there's something going wrong with the front left wheel, so every time I went on a slow corner, it completely locked up. And yeah, difficult race in that sense, but I could see Chippy coming behind me, and I was like, right, I've got to start pushing. Found some 1.5 seconds or something. I just thought, right, just got to try and keep up with it. But yeah, wow. Credit Charlie, oh my gosh, what a drive.
Ah, fantastic guys, well done, congratulations. I'll let you get your trophies. And let's go, here we got Richard Morris over here. And guys, it was getting incredibly close, wasn't it?
Oh, it was, yeah. I mean, ridiculously close for a 2-hour race. To be, I mean, they've followed each other over the line. I mean, the strategy's obviously played out over the length of the race. We're not really sure how the 91 car got ahead, but, you know, Chippy did an amazing job to bring us back so close at the end. And I mean, my stint was just so tricky with the weather, but I did my best. And yeah, it's amazing, really great advert for Praga and for Britcar to have such a close race after 2 hours.
It's been wonderful, congratulations on it. Here he is as well, almost, maybe just a few more laps and you might have had enough in the tank.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened in the pit stops, to be honest with you. We'll have to have a look, go away and have a look, but the car was amazing. Reeling, jacking, just ran out of laps. I think it's always just that one more, isn't it? But massive thanks to all the sponsors, Core, Hills, Webcetera. That's what makes this happen. Let's Rich and I go out, and it's just so much fun.
Congratulations, well done.
You.
Second place, fantastic stuff. Let's not forget though, the endurance category as well over here. I don't know if the guys are still about, are they? Here is Mr. Scaramanga himself. Oh, that was a race and a half, wasn't it? Congratulations, talk us through it.
Well, yeah, another circuit I've not raced at before, so
okay, all right.
that's a tick. Messed up the start, struggled when all the rain came down, but decided to stay out on the slicks.
It was the right call in the end, wasn't it? But a brave
it was,
one at the
yeah, it
time.
was. And then I think I did about just over 50% of the time, and Will jumped in, and we had a little bit of attrition from some competitors. Stopped and got some more fuel, and
well, I saw
managed to finish it. Yeah, it was great.
Right at the end, Will came in right at the death to a bit of a splash and dasher. You had my heart fluttering a bit there. I was wondering what's going on.
No. Well, what I figured was that we were on the limit. I knew we were on the limit, and I've been chasing down a bit of a gap, so I'd been using the, not been fuel saving quite as planned to get the gap covered. So once I saw that the Fox car had obviously had a technical or was fuel saving extreme or whatever, I thought it would just better to play on the safe side.
It's certainly a fuel burner, Silverstone, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I thought we'd get, absolutely, mate. I thought we'd get in, do a splash and dash, get this man back in to take his the checker flag for the win. And,
they were shouting, "Get your lid on." I was like, "What, to help put the fuel in?" No, you've got to drive. I was like, okay, thanks. So that was lovely, and hats off to Dave, because the stint in the rain was what won the race for us today. Driving in a downpour like that in any car with slick tyres is not easy. Dave's finding his way in GT racing, and that's a huge step forward today to be able to control that and bring it home. So it was all him. I just had to drive round and round.
Guys, it's an absolutely fine looking machine. Any chance you're going to let me take it out for a spin one day?
Yeah, whenever you want. I'll get Dave to send you the invoice.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Congratulations, guys. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think that actually might just be about to wrap it up. Of course, big congratulations to all of the drivers. It's been absolutely, in fact, we've got a second place here as well. Let's just grab a quick word, talk us through that. Congratulations, by the way. Are you happy with how the race panned out in the end?
Oh, it was brilliant, a lot of fun. Having those mixed conditions at the beginning of the race made it very exciting. There was some really good driving out there, some really close battles. Really enjoyed that first stint.
How wet did it actually get out on track? Because it absolutely hammered it down, obviously, in the pit lane. But you don't, because Silverstone's so big, you don't know where it.
It was every lap you'd go around, it'd be wet at different parts of the track, and it all dried out at different rates, so it was quite tricky. In fact, the team had called me in onto wets, and I said, no, let's stay out a little bit longer, and it was the right call. But I was having a great battle with the Cunningham Porsche.
Yeah.
He was driving really well. It was just really good fun. The mix of cars was great. They had different parts during the race. We all had our little kind of bit of actually we're on top, and then you drift away, and we would come back again. But I really loved it.
You got a big smile on your face, and a nice little trophy to boot as well. I'll say little, it's pretty big actually, isn't it?
Well, from the last 3 to second overall, you've got to be pretty pleased. So,
absolutely. Congratulations, well done. Right, let's just turn around. I just want everybody to enjoy these scenes just before we hand back. But we've had a wonderful Britcar Endurance and, of course, the Praga class race as well. Congratulations to everybody involved, but certainly the top 3 from each class. Smiling, happy scenes. This is what we like, isn't it? This is motorsport at its very best, and Britcar has delivered an absolute treat. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to hand back to Dave Goddard just to talk through the official classified results. Thank you.
Well, thanks very much, Ian. What an extraordinary race that was then. Some very spectacular close racing among the Praga Championship at the front, and a race of attrition in the endurance category over the 2 hours of our Goodyear Britcar Endurance and Praga Championship.